Hello again and welcome to the Warhammer 40k Imperial Guard list review. Today's list was sent in by 12345AXB. I'll just call him AXB for now. It's 1850 points and this list was sent to me via Gmail. And I'm trying to keep these list reviews down to being a bit quicker because some of them have dragged on for 20-30 minutes, and I really feel like for fairly good lists I should be able to keep them down to fairly short. But 1850 points, and it appears to be made up of two sources: Empress Wrath Artillery Company and a CAD. So let's have a look. Empress Wrath Artillery Company, Company Command Squad, Regimental Standard, Volkov's Cane, Las Cannon. Nice, can't complain about that. The key thing here is you've got Volkov's Cane. That if you didn't have that, I would be concerned. Regimental Standard's obviously always good. Las Cannon's good. If you can find 2 points, I would put a sniper rifle in there as well. But otherwise, don't worry about it. Dedicated Transport, Heavy Bolter, Chimera, I should say, with the Heavy Bolter and Multilator, absolutely fine. And then you've gone for 2 Basilisks, 250 points, and a Manticore, 170 points. And then the Engine Seer. Yeah, nothing too wrong with that. I've not really any complaints. You've remembered Volkov's Cane, you've gone for the Basilisk, you've gone for the Manticore. Only thing I would potentially suggest is don't forget that you can take Hydras as part of this formation. And I'm not saying you should do this, I'm just saying, consider your meta. If there's a lot of flyers, if you're expecting to face a lot of flyers, then consider taking a squadron or 2 of Hydras and giving them the ignores cover order. Because what you can do is you can order your Hydras with ignores cover. That means they're twin linked, ignoring jinx saves against flyers. It's very tasty. It's very tasty. But apart from that, I think that's a good version, a good way of bringing the Emperor's Wrath. You've not spent too many points. You've kept things cheap where they should be cheap. And you've really just focused on being able to do the ignores cover Basilisk, which is the most important bit. So on to the CAD. We've got a Company Command Squad. No upgrades. A little bit so about that. You should be taking upgrades. Okay. Then you've gone for 2 platoon command squads, and you've given them a Vox, and you've explained why you've taken the Voxes, which is so you can get the reroll for the infantry, for the reroll for the Basilisk. It's like, okay, fine. Something I'm not entirely certain about here is you've gone first platoon, and you've said 25 Guardsmen with a Vox, a grenade, and a commissar, and I don't really understand how you've done that, because you have to take Guardsmen in squads of 10, so you can either have 20 Guardsmen or 30 Guardsmen. You can't have 25. Okay, so I'm just assuming you've done 100 plus 25 for the commissar plus 5. Yeah, you can't take Guardsmen in squads of 5. You take them as individual units of 10, and then when it becomes the beginning of the game, you may combine the individual 10-man squads, but you can't randomly take 5 Guardsmen. So that's got to be changed to either a platoon of 20 Guardsmen or a platoon of 30 Guardsmen. Okay, that's fine. You've done that again for second platoon. My concern here is you've only taken 1 grenade launcher and 1 Vox for 20 Guardsmen. I mean, why not take 2 grenade launchers? You can take 2 10-man squads, give each one a grenade launcher, combine them together, I'm just saying, I think you may have misread your codex here, is all I'm saying. I think you may have misread the codex, because Guardsman squads are taken in squads of 10. You can take more than 1 squad of them, and each squad of 10 is allowed 1 special weapon, 1 heavy weapon, 1 Voxcaster. So go and re-look at your codex and how you've organised your platoons here. Conscripts, you've done 30, that's fine. Conscripts, unlike Guardsmen, can be taken in almost any number, minimum of 20, maximum of 50, anywhere in between. You can have 27, 38, 41, you can have whatever you want with conscripts, but you've got to have a minimum of 20 and a maximum of 50. So I think that's where you've got a little bit confused here. You've given the priest an auto gun though, so that's really good. So that squad's good. Heavy weapon teams, las cannons, heavy weapon teams, las cannons. Not a big fan of heavy weapon teams myself. I mean, you kind of have, I feel like you have to take them sometimes as guard. But I'm not a big fan of them because they go squish and die. They're very fragile. What I would consider in this case, and you can do this thanks to your, you could drop both heavy weapon teams, and then you could make both of these 25-man guardsman squads, which are currently illegal. You can make them both 30-man guardsmen squads, which are fine, or 30-man platoons, which you blob up into one big squad. And then you can give the las cannons from the heavy weapon teams to the guardsman platoons. So you will have, just to explain this, you will drop the heavy weapon team with the las cannons. You will drop the second heavy weapon team with the las cannons. That will save you 205 points. You will then, to make your platoons legal, spend 25 more points to get 3 squads of 10 guardsmen, and you will, that's 25 points out, so that's 50. So you've still got 160 points left over. Okay, you will then spend 60 points per platoon, because you're going to buy 3 las cannons at 20 points each, 1 for each squad. So that's 120 points you're going to spend, and you're going to give each squad in each platoon a las cannon. Okay, that will still leave you with 40 points left over. With those 40 points, you could buy yourself additional special weapons for those squads. So at the moment, you've spent 5 points per special weapon, per platoon, on special weapons. You have 40 points left over. Now you could give each of your other squads in the platoons grenade launchers as well, which would be 10 points. So each squad would have 1 grenade launcher and 1 las cannon. And that would cost you 20 points, which would leave you with an additional 20 points, I believe. I think I'm working this out correctly. But you would, so yeah, you'd have 100 and you'd save 210 points, you'd spend 50, which would leave you 160, you'd then spend 120, which would leave you with 40, you'd then spend 20, which would leave you with 20, and with those 20 points, you could then upgrade your company command squad. Now, I'm not a big fan of las cannon, grenade launcher, platoon squads, but they're not the end of the world. I'm not a big fan of them, but they're not the end of the world. You might want to consider dropping down the las cannons to missile launchers so that the missile launcher and the grenade launcher complement each other a bit better. It's up to you. Anyway, without getting dragged into that anymore. So your platoons are a bit of a mess at the moment. Is all I want you to understand. Your platoons are a bit of a mess at the moment. You need to sort those out. Fast attack. You've taken a Hellhound. That's fine. Take a single Hellhound is not great. They do work best in pairs, like or 2 or 3 Hellhounds, which I nicknamed the Wolf Pack. Just seems to work best, or Hunting Pack. But that's just my nickname for it. But a single Hellhound is still good. But it's better when you have 2. They seem to bounce off each other really nicely and do really well. Heavy support, Lemurus Demolisher, absolutely fine. Heavy support, Lemurus Battle Tank, absolutely fine. No complaints there. So, just to go back over your list, I think it's good. You need, the only issue really is you need to give your command squad from your CAD some upgrades, and you need to make your platoons legal, and you need to. And to do that, I would play around with the heavy weapon teams. I'd drop the heavy weapon teams and take the heavy weapons from the heavy weapon teams and put them in the guardsman squads. Okay? Once you've done that, you'll have a nice list. It's a little light on infantry for my liking, but you'll still have about 100 infantry plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vehicles, which is good. So 100 infantry, 7 vehicles. You can't go too wrong with that. That's a good guard army. So overall, I think you're doing really well, but there are a few things you need to change to make the list actually legal. So I hope you found this video useful. I hope other people who have watched this video have found it useful and it's explained the structure of the platoons a little bit better. I may actually dedicate a video to how the platoon works, because I actually don't know of a single guard player that the first time they looked at the infantry platoon and how it works, I don't think I've seen anyone get it right first time. I myself didn't get it right when I first learned about infantry platoons. So it's nothing. You haven't done anything wrong here, and you shouldn't be embarrassed. You made a slight mistake, but it's best to learn from it and make your platoons legal. All right. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys found this informative, and I'll see you guys next time.